The next session stemmed off of a program that Desire ran on called the Mojaloop Accelerator project. And we'll have 3 presentations. I'd like Desire to give an overview of the Accelerator program. Then Desire will invite the next 2 presenters after that. Desire?
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Simeon. So early this year, we started a Mojaloop Accelerator program. The idea behind the Accelerator program is something that we talked about earlier today around trying to make sure that wherever Mojaloop is being deployed or is being worked on, we have people that are on the ground that they really understand about Mojaloop and how to develop different use cases or come up with different use cases that fit that particular area. So we were lucky enough to work with 2 accelerators, 2 people in the accelerator. So the first is Elaine and team who are part of Wired In. So I will let them present. And right after that, we have Orion Systems, which unfortunately could not be here, but they've joined us virtually. So they will present right after that. Elaine?
So good afternoon, everyone. I guess it's good afternoon. It's 5 minutes past 12. I guess we can call it afternoon now. So my name is Alan Kajangwe. I'm the founder and CEO of Wired In. We're a software development company based here in Kigali. And this is my second convening. I was at the one in Zanzibar. And we've basically, since that time, we've been talking with the various team, the Mojaloop Foundation, Infitex, about how to learn about the platform, how to integrate with the platform. And this is actually what we have gone ahead and done. Something that we think is a little bit cool, taking advantage of the environment that was graciously made available for us. We think it's a very powerful switch that can do a lot of things. So we'll just quickly give you a small presentation of what we did. And there's a small demo at the end of it. So we'll try to be as quick as possible because we have 15 minutes, I think. So what we did, so we have a product currently. The product is called Murakoze, but Murakoze Wallet is a third-party processor that we have implemented to actually allow someone to be able to pay from multiple accounts or wallets that they own by leveraging the Mojaloop switch. Okay. Okay. All right. So this is today's outline. So basically, we're going to give you a brief context of what Murakoze is, our motivation behind creating this wallet, the current implementation plan that we had for this wallet, the current solution that we had. By current solution is, please understand, the solution that we were contemplating before an RTP, real-time payment solution implementation, and then our solution overview using the Mojaloop. And then there's a demo at the end. And of course, there was some challenges that we'll share with everyone. Okay, so for context, Murakoze for us started as a product that we have designed, built, and actually currently being used by one of the largest banks in Rwanda, the Bank of Kigali, and DGIE, that's the Director General for Immigration and Immigration. This platform basically helps them track via feedback from customers, right, on their service delivery, right? And then, of course, it's also a queue management system. So this is just for context. This is what this product of ours was actually meant to do, first and foremost. All right, it's a bit. Okay. Oops. Okay. All right. So our motivation behind why we went ahead and thought about what can we add additionally to the functionalities that were being provided on the Mojaloop platform, on the Mojaloop app itself. First and foremost was to hide the payer account information because right now, I'm not sure that's the same in other countries, but for instance, when I'm sending money via my MTN mobile wallet to somebody else, the person receiving the money will always see my account information. Sometimes I don't wish that to be the case, right? So for instance, I might be tipping someone in a restaurant, right? It's a total stranger, but because they gave me a good service, right? I want to, of course, tip them. And today in Rwanda, thankfully, cashless is actually getting out there. I don't remember the last time I actually carried cash on me. So every time I need to tip, it has to be via mobile money or some other form. But almost 99.9% of the time, it's mobile money tipping. But the person on the other end, always sees my information. So sometimes they'll call me out of the blue, right? I don't recognize the number. Yeah, you tipped me the last time. Can you help me out again this time? But right, sometimes it's a bit difficult. So the motivation here was, how can we hide this information by placing ourselves in between the payer and the payee? So here, basically, the payee would see our Mojaloop business information, right? Which, yeah, you can't call that number basically. And also, of course, the other motivation is the ability to be able to pay from different wallets and accounts that I might have. Right? So obviously, we would be integrating with MTN, which we have already done, tested, not yet in production though. The next step was going to be an integration, single integration with Airtel. The next step, single integration with, the 10 or 15 banks that we have here in Rwanda. If we are looking at microfinances, now it's actually 400 plus institutions. So you can imagine this is probably not a tenable solution, right? If you really want to serve everyone in this context. All right. Okay. Sorry. Oh, okay. All right. So again, this is basically just a little bit a more detailed image of what I just talked about. So basically, you're doing this n times, right? So, nope, I don't want to go there. All right. So yeah, this is a much cleaner, much simpler diagram to see. So this solution basically would be based on on our RTP system. Right now we have the RNDPS phase 1 implemented, right? So we could basically do this through that, but of course here we chose to do it with the Mojaloop platform, basically connecting to it, single integration with the Mojaloop system or any other system that is playing the role of an RTP here. And then this system basically is the one that does all these integrations to the payer FSP and then to the payee FSP as well, right? So simple and neat. And then this is just the process flow that we encountered when we were working with the Mojaloop switch. So here, basically, we implemented on one side, we set up a payment manager, right, on our Mojaloop wallet. And then on the other side, we interacted with the Mojaloop TTK, that's the testing toolkit, to basically just mimic an actual hub, right? That will basically do the transactions, the inter-institution transactions. Right, all right, so, and then now it's for the demo. So how I play it. So I just want to play, so there should be. Okay, there you go. So we pre-recorded this just to save some time, just to give you, an idea what it looks like. So I selected my account, right? Here, this is the payee information that I'm entering now, right? And then the amount. And then send. So now here, we're actually going to we are interrogating the Mojaloop platform. We're going to get lookup information, right? So don't mind the John Smith. This is just for, so here you get the lookup information, you confirm, and then the transaction is complete, right? So I will maybe ask my team to come now and show you what's actually happening on the backend side of things, right? On the payment manager side, but also on the TTK side, right? So Blandine and Bonaparte, if you will. So we couldn't record this, so we'll have to just show it from another computer.
Yeah, hello everyone. Here is a bit flu. I hope you can see well on the other screens. So we were able to customize the TTK as our switch, run the national switch. And on the payment manager side, we're able to customize it also as a wired in Marcose wallet. And here you will be able to get the information of the transaction we just made on the Monacose wallet. Let's log in again. As you can see here, we're able to customize this also because we needed more information on this table. We added the sender institution and the recipient institution, the type of the transfer, the direction, and the status of the transaction we just made. Let me go through one transaction to get. Okay, thank you. Here you can also get the basic information for the transfer we just made on the Marcose wallet. Here you can see the transfer ID and the state. It was XSS, and the amount, the currency. For now, we will just use Rwandan francs here in Rwanda. The sender information, the name, and the details. We're using MTN, which is a MSI SDN, and the number for the payer. As for the payee, we have also the name and the details. It was a bank, so it's an account ID and the account number. So here also you get the institution information from the sender and the recipient also. So I'd also like to talk about the challenges we had. So we really had limited UI customization options. We talked about this with Jane and Warren. We go through this in the design meeting. So we didn't have a lot of options to customize it, but we had to make a lot of effort to do that. So we would like here some requirement that we would like for the Mojaloop Foundation to have us. So we would like to be able to have the SAP ID, but able also to map as a human readable, for example, the FSP name, like MTN, Bank of Kigali, GTB Bank. And also the APIs are not very well documented. Sometimes we would struggle to understand what the actual feeds mean, and the Swagger are not really well documented. So this is something we would also like for you to look into it. And it was also hard for us to understand the fees structure. Till now, we don't know the difference between the PESFP fee and the PESFP commission. But as I mentioned before, they promised to have some sessions about that. Thank you to that. So thank you again. All right, for now.
Yeah, so, and this.
For those of you who've been working on this for a while, I just want to call out that this was really exciting for a lot of us. They actually made improvements in a very short amount of time to some work on Mojaloop into the code, and then gave amazing feedback of areas where we need to improve it that's actually actionable. So I really want to congratulate you guys on everything you've just done. That was incredibly exciting for us to watch, for those of us who've been working on this for a while. In a very short amount of time, you picked up Mojaloop stuff and you actually improved it and contributed it back. So thank you very, 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 very much.
All right, so basically that concludes our presentation. So if there's any questions, we're going to be here most of the week. So feel free to look up for me, Blandine, Bonaparte, or Marius. Maybe you can wave a little bit so that people can see who you are. Yeah, so that's pretty much the team that's behind what you've just seen today. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you very much, Elaine and team. I also want to take a note that in the Accelerator program, we've been working with a couple of people, and I want to just acknowledge Infotech's role in supporting the team that just presented. So thank you very much, Jane, Warren, and team. So now we're going to introduce Jean-Claude. He's not new to this community. He's online, and he's going to show what he's been working on the Accelerator program. All right, Jean-Claude.
Yeah, hello everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, great. Good afternoon and thank you so much. Apologize I didn't make it today. And so what I want to share with you is what we have been doing with the Mojaloop acceleration program, and we are going to introduce Orion Systems also briefly. Orion Systems is a software development company, and we have been there for more than 10 years. So far, we are having customers, we are serving banks mainly, 16 in Rwanda, 11 in Burundi, 1 bank in Guinea-Conakry, and we have 1 bank in Ethiopia, 1 bank in Uganda. So we are kind of fintech, and so far we are providing various solutions in terms of payment solutions, such as instant payment gateway, internet banking, mobile banking, agency banking, automated micro lending, clearing and check truncation solutions. So as of now, we have some customers in Rwanda already using our instant payment system gateway, mainly MTN Rwanda. We are providing the same gateway to Koje Bank, Zigama, Access Bank, Umwalimu Sacco, NCBA, and Copedu. And we believe that since this is a new product, we hope to get more customers soon. So we, as I said, we are serving banks in Rwanda, and we are in payment system. And our vision for Mojaloop is to become a Mojaloop implementation partner. We want, Desire, you want me to be on camera? Yes, but just for a moment. So I hope you can see me well. Now we want to become a Mojaloop implementation partner. We want to be able to handle Mojaloop system integrations. And so far we have been working on development of Mojaloop demo version. We wanted to handle a P2P merchant request to pay cash in and cash out. And so far we have started with P2P now. And we have already done a demo. Unfortunately, I will not be able to present it right now. But I can even share a video showing what we have been up to. And also our big plan is now to use Mojaloop for our existing shared digital channels. We have done internet banking and mobile banking, and also agency banking for, we have a customer who is using those channels, and so far he's using them as shared systems where a commercial bank is onboarding microfinances that are not able to acquire their own internet banking and mobile banking or agency banking. So far, the product is under pilot mode, not using Mojaloop, but now this is where we are heading to. Now, where are we with Mojaloop? We have attended System Integrators Accelerator program. We have also done a deployment of Miniloop on our virtual private servers. Recently, we deployed Payment Manager on our VPS on our server, and then we also have developed our Payment Manager core connector. And lastly, what we managed to do, we also developed a portal just to simulate account registration on Mojaloop. We have managed to do account lookup. We have also done quoting service and P2P transfer. So we already have a working demo. Probably if we can get an extra time, let's say from tomorrow, as today I didn't manage to come, we can find time now where we can showcase our system, but it has this account lookup. You can do a transfer using a Mojaloop sandbox that is already in place. And you want to go ahead and continue with merchant and then bulk services. And we appreciate the support we got from Infitex. They have really been helpful, and we hope that let's say in let's say 1 or 2 weeks, we'll be able to handle merchant payment, especially for payer initiated. That is the plan. And then we go with the bulk payments. So in brief, I may say that this is where we are actually.
I think most of you have met him, so if you have any questions, you can direct them to him. Jean-Claude, can you proceed?
Yes, sure. I'm connecting to Zoom with another device so that I can be able to share the screen. So what we have done briefly, we have simulated like a core banking system where we said, let's have let's have now a system where we can simulate a kind of internet banking where
recording in progress.
just a moment. Just confirm if you can see my screen. Desire, can you see my screen?
Yes. Yes, we can see your screen.
Yes, that is a simulation of, let's say, kind of
Jean-Claude,
internet.
sorry. This is your current screen, so we can just see your name.
Can you see my screen?
No, we cannot. Just give us 2 minutes. We're working with AV to see if they can share your screen for you.
You just confirm.
There we go.
Yes. So
confirmed. You can
let
see
me
it.
log in. Let me log in. Normally, we have created a back office interface where you can keep adding banks. Under banks, you add customers. Under customers, you define accounts. So with this one, that is like a screen for a customer. Let's say internet banking, where he logs in and can see the list of transactions. Some of them, they are pending, others are completed. So let me do a simulation of a transaction. Let's say I want to make a transfer. Now I chose, let's say a customer can have many accounts. Then let's say I want to do such payment, select the currency. Then I hit the button to initiate the transfer. This is the very first call where now we are doing the account lookup. That is the reference number generated by Mojaloop. That is now the lookup, that those are the names. Then the customer, if he's okay, he will confirm. Then the next step is the quotation. As you know, the quotation has an expiry time. Normally by default, I think as of now, those are 30 seconds. So I have to do it to confirm the quotation before those 30 seconds expires. Then if I confirm, then the transaction is successful. So as we have hosted it online, I'm not able right now to go to the business portal so that you can see the transactions. But as you can see, this transaction went through, and the lookup, the quotation, and even the P2P transfer is in place. So in the future now, we want to add more features. We want to go ahead with the merchant payment on Android, and then we want to do even bulk payments. So in brief, this is how far we have gone. So it took time to have access to Sandbox, and we want now to deploy it. As you can see, if you look at the link, the payment manager is deployed on our virtual server online. And we can say we developed the connector and we are able to deploy the payment manager ourselves. So that's it. But the main goal is now to have these functionalities under our shared mobile, internet, and agency banking products. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Jean-Claude. I just want to mention a special thanks to Orion Systems and Wiredin for taking the time to work with us on the Accelerator program. And also, this is a call for any other system integrator within Rwanda who would like to join the program. You can reach out to me. As you can see, we're doing very cool stuff. And we're hoping that by the end of this year, we can maybe do the same thing in different countries. Thank you very much. Simeon.
All right. Excellent. So we've come through the first half of today's program. The only thing standing in between you and lunch is me. So we've got quite a bit of time for lunch. This is intentional to give you time to talk to each other and to have your little side meetings and enjoy those. Please do that. Please don't sit with your usual people. Find somebody new and learn a bit about why they're here. This afternoon, we have a couple of sessions. Michael Mbuthia from Africanenda will talk about interoperability case studies between Rwanda and Kenya. And then there's PA, who will talk about setting up an operations team, their experience with FlitterWorks. And then we've got Ed Cable, who will talk about G2P and finding harmony between digital public goods. So